Hi, Cal, BHP UK, and strapped to the dynos today we have an Aprilia RS660. This is a bike we've been meaning to tune for a little while now. It is of course a Euro 5 bike, so we're expecting it to have all the Euro 5 characteristics, but that is something that we should be able to fix in the remapping. So first things first, we're going to get it run up on the dyno, see what it's doing as standard, and then we'll come up with a tuning strategy for it. So the Aprilia 660, in this case it was actually the limited edition version, same engine, same power, and we tune them exactly the same way. So at 100% throttle, it's a Euro 5 bike, so this is where the least gains are going to be made, and generally speaking the fueling is actually okay. But we have been able to play with a little bit of fueling, a little bit of timing, removing some of the factory restrictions that are programmed into the ECU, and we've gone up from 89 brake horsepower to 92. The fueling is exactly on the data line, exactly where we want it. Like I said, not really huge changes being made there, just really the odd tweak. Lower down in the throttle openings, you can see here at 60% that the bike in stock format at about 7,000 RPM starts to plateau off a little bit more than the mechanics of the bike actually allow it to do. This is a restriction that Aprilia have put into the bike. We've got rid of that. You'd now get a perfectly linear straight line all the way up to what the bike's going to make at 60% throttle, and we get a nice little plateau there. The fueling, you can see, is absolutely spot on the datum line all the way through the rev range. At 40% throttle, again, it's much of the same. We have had to actually add much more fuel in at this point. You can see now that it's a much more linear, progressive, and a nicer, smoother curve on the power delivery. 20%, again, where the biggest gains are actually to be made. You can see here we've actually added quite a lot of fuel, all the way up to 9,000 RPM. Not a huge difference in the graphs, but the throttle response now is absolutely transformed. As soon as you accelerate, any small input on the throttle now translates to a really linear response at the wheel. The latency, the acceleration latency has totally gone. And we're really happy with what we've been able to do with this bike. This bike is available on our ECU flasher. This is a device that lets you read the ECU on your bike, send that file to us, and one of our map writers will write you a bespoke file, taking into account any modifications you've made on the bike. We really hope you're enjoying what we're bringing to the channel. Please do hit the like, subscribe, and the bell icon. It'll keep you notified of any new Aprilia or motorcycle content that we bring into the channel.